What's going on, everybody? Much love and peace. It's the Ant Dog. You already know. Check it out, man. I've been having some really intense dreams lately, and I wanted to share with you guys some of my thoughts and perspectives about dreams. So, first of all, here's a question. When you dream, what is the light that illuminates your world in your dream? Well, that light is your mind. You project yourself into this reality. You create a vessel just like this for you to move the energy in the reality that your mind has created. And that light is your thoughts. And so this is your subconscious mind essentially using your memories and your friendships and situations and environments that you have previous experience with, whether that be through your ancestry, through your current life, uh, past lives, even future lives, or just some of your curiosity and wonder, you know? Sometimes you could just be thinking about something creative and it'll just come to you in your dream. Or you might be facing a problem and somehow the answer comes to you in a dream and you wake up inspired. So that's really cool, man. And I think that when we dream, we're essentially traveling through different dimensions of our mind, through space and time as well, and just different astral realms, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, I don't know. It's crazy really to think about, but we dream every single night. We spend half our life asleep. So how often do we really remember our dreams? I think it's crazy to think that I'm gonna live this whole life of dreaming and not remember most of the experience, you know? Like, that's half my life I'm missing out on. As soon as I wake up, if I is the moment I start thinking about something else or doing something else, that memory starts to fade away and the experience is almost lost. I mean, yeah, the lesson is gained through my subconscious mind, but my conscious mind isn't really grasping the information. And so I think it's really good to start forming habits of dream journaling. And when you first wake up, meditate and reflect on your dreams. Even when I don't journal, when I have a really intense dream, I usually tend to remember it because I meditate and focus on it and try to remember all the details. And then, you know, as time goes on, I just remember because I did that. But it's hard to keep track of all of those dreams. There's so many. So writing down in a journal as soon as you wake up, you know, the more you do this, the more you'll start to remember those fine details. I've always said I was gonna dream journal, and I always had a journal next to my bed, but I would just wake up and go brush my teeth and like get on with other things. And when I sat down with my journal, I was like, crap. And it was just really hard to break that habit. But I've been having really intense dreams lately, and I just wake up automatically inspired to write it down. And since I started doing that, I've been remembering a lot better. And I think that as we go through life, having this awareness, being consciously aware of our dreams, it brings us more inside ourselves. You know, we can be more knowledgeable about these experiences and the lessons that we gain from them, and it's not forgotten and lost in another world. It's cool that we get to travel and experience this other life, you know? And the first point that I was making about how we create a vessel that we use to inhabit the reality that we create, we essentially creating a holographic universe for ourselves from our mind and projecting ourselves there. And the light we see is just thoughts, you know, illuminating the world. And so if we zoom out of our dream, like you look at someone who's sleeping and you say, oh, they're not conscious, you know, they're dead to this world essentially, but that's not true because they're awake somewhere else. So when we zoom out and look at ourselves now here, it's like, I think that there's a higher mind subconsciously somehow creating this vessel and streaming its consciousness through us, and the light that illuminates this world, you might point at the sun or the stars or the moon and stuff, but I think that the sun is nothing more than thought frequencies, that's constantly manifesting. It's holding its vibration. It's steady. We're tethered to this reality. When we dream, our bodies, it only needs a couple hours of sleep. But I think our higher mind is at a deeper meditative slumber and projecting ourselves here. And this itself is a holographic universe. I mean, we see things physically, but really, these atoms are nothing more than energy spinning around so fast like a tornado. It just creates a force field, so you can't put your hand through it. But I mean, if you put a camera through an atom and went all the way through it, there would be nothing there, It's not, these particles and neutrons and stuff, like, yeah, it's real matter, but it exists in the ethereal realm. Like, energy turns to matter at the speed of light, and matter turns back to energy at the speed of light. And so, just that phenomenon in itself, like, nothing really actually exists. It's just a projection of our mind, a projection of thought. So, do you remember any of your past lives? You're an eternal soul. Is there some way that we can dream journal our lives and remember it in the next, like when we dream, can we remember that we're actually conscious human beings sleeping, and even from that dream state, remember other dreams that we've had? How many times do you dream and question, did I reincarnate? You know what I mean? Did I reincarnate? How many lives have I lived? Have you ever dreamt that you were a butterfly? Have you ever dreamt that you were ice skating on Saturn? Or whatever planet has the rings? I don't know. Have you ever dreamt that, you were running away from something? Have you ever dreamt that you died? Have you ever fallen asleep in your dream and woke up in another dream? Have you ever killed something in your dream? Have you ever realized that you were dreaming and become lucid? I think once you see this reality, this waking conscious reality, as a dream state, and that it's a holographic universe and we're projecting ourselves here, we live in a world of infinite possibilities. Synchronicities our minds create in this realm. And so essentially realizing that we live in a dream is to become lucid in your waking reality. And I want to be more lucid in my sleeping dreams. I want to be more lucid in my waking reality. When you die, I think that, you're just going to wake up somewhere else. You don't look at a dead body and say, oh, he's dead. No, the consciousness that was in that body, though there may be some energy still in that vessel, because that was the vessel that inhabited the consciousness, but that consciousness is awake and alive somewhere else, done forgot all about this reality. Hopefully it dream journaled and went down in the Akashic records, and like we're not just continuously forgetting. At a certain point, I think we got to remember, be able to tap into the Akashic records. We got to tap into, this knowledge I think we have access to, but we're not living consciously. We're not living in tune with the planet. We're not grounding ourselves to the earth, I love nature, man. I know I'm rambling about this dream stuff, but it's all really important to me, man. Like, I'm not the most knowledgeable about dreams, but I think I know enough about them to really want to remember them. I want it to be a part of my life. I want to remember my dream experiences. So dream journaling is really awesome, man. And you should try it. I'm giving it a try. I've been dream journaling. I've got like 12 entries right now. I have some on my old phone when I used to do it, but those are all lost and I don't remember none of them. That's the thing, That's why you got to go back and look at your notes, and then you can start to see patterns. Because when I look at my past dreams, I start seeing like what I'm thinking about, what I've been reflecting on, what my subconscious is telling me. And a lot of times when I really think about it, what are my dreams telling me? Sometimes it has to do with love. Sometimes it has to do with getting over fears. Sometimes it has to do with, situations I'm going through, like with my job, or like if I have like people in my life that I really shouldn't have around me, or, just there's all kind of different things. Sometimes I just go have fun, you know, like I just fly around space. I think one way to control your dreams too is like, if you think really hard about something as you're falling asleep, you'll end up dreaming about that. Or sometimes, like, if you have noise in the background, it intertwines itself into your dreams. So a lot of times when I go to sleep, I like to watch videos or listen to audiobooks about like sacred knowledge of self, and sometimes like even that just like taps me into like a higher frequency when as I fall asleep, and like I'll be thinking about some crazy shit. Last thing I want to do is have an alarm clock going off and I'm running along a fence with a stick going you know what I'm saying, like, and end up not waking up, or dream that I wake up and start getting ready for work, you know, and then wake up like, oh shit, I'm not ready for work and I'm late. Like, what the fuck? How'd that happen? Shit's crazy, man. Dreams. But that's all I gotta say. Much love and peace, guys.
Pray that I see the light, open up the gates of cosmic wisdom, encapsulated into my prism. I think we need a revolution.